Okay, but as the day went on, the looming mountain that is Diamondback. Diamondback is the fastest roller coaster, I think, in like the Midwest. It's like 1,000,000 feet tall. It goes like 80 miles per hour or something. And like it loomed over me as a challenge to my masculinity. As like when I was young, I did like the Superman ride at Six Flags New England. I did all those crazy rides, but I'm like spooked. This is the final boss of Kings Island, and I don't know. I'm going to do other stuff. So as the day goes on, I start to do the more serious rides. And then as we get close to the end of the day, I'm thinking like, oh, maybe I'll do like the Banshee. It's like the second fastest one. I'll do this thing called the Monster. These are other kind of more serious rides. But like, no. I've got like an hour and a half until the park closes. It's like 8:30. And I'm like, Michelle, now's the time. I'm going to be a real man. I have to get in line for Diamondback. And Oblivion, please edit in some footage of what it looks like to ride Diamondback and just the sheer scale of this thing. It's fucking insane. And I was legitimately terrified. But I get in line at like something like 8:45, an hour and 15 minutes or so before the park closes, and the saga begins. So time is ticking, and I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. I told Michelle it'd probably be like 45 minutes, but 45 minutes passes, I'm like not even halfway there. And it's getting closer and closer to the closure. People are in line way behind me, and I'm like, there's no chance they're getting in. Why are they even waiting in line? I don't even know if I'm gonna make it, but hey, whatever. I'm just praying that I get there so I can actually overcome this obstacle that's been there. Because like the first time I went, I was too scared to even try. This is my second time. I don't even know if I'll live in Ohio like this time next year, like summer next year, if I'll ever get another chance. This is my last opportunity to do so. So the pressure is building. I give Michelle my phone and my wallet, and I get in line, I'm waiting. Okay, so here we go. So I'm starting to get nervous as we're getting closer and closer up to the line. And you know, the duration of the wait starts to introduce fears into the mind, you know? Little demons, little daemons start to creep in, and I'm like, I'm just watching other people go, line after line of people doing this insane, like, vertical drop. You guys, I gotta get a fucking picture of this thing. It is so fucking okay.
I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, link that
it's
to the
insane.
other guys so they can see too. It's fucking insane, this fucking ride. And so I'm thinking to myself, do I really want to do this? What if I just get on there and I'm just panicking and crying and pissing myself and shitting, and I'm legitimately too scared? So my heart is wavering in a big way. Okay, all of a sudden, like the Virgin fucking Mary, a kindly mother, like two people up in the line, starts chatting with other people, and I just hear her oversay that like this is like a 50-year-old mother with her child, and they've both done this before, and they're like, oh yeah, she's like, oh, you know, it's a little scary on the ride up, but like after that, it's like such a smooth ride, like because it's metal, and sure, it's fast, but you can endure it, it's no big deal. And like hearing those words, this encouragement from literally, I mean, that's her and her son, presumably Jesus Christ himself. It fills me. It fills me with confidence. I'm like, this mom did this no problem. I am a boy. I am a man. I can do this. And so I am at peace. I feel reassured and serene. I'm committed. So, you know, the lines go on for a long time. We're getting close. We get to like the stairs, the final approach. It is 9:57. We've got 3 minutes until the things close. Everyone's starting to get spooked that we're not going to have enough time. And I'm getting spooked too. And meanwhile, so of course, Ben, I'm sure you'll appreciate this. The fucking like gold speed pass people are just waltzing right by all of us waiting in line. Those capitalists.
Did you know that 1% of the theme park visitors ride 99% of the rides?
Oh, it's unconscionable. It's fucked up. And okay, so me and Michelle, because we knew that this was an issue, we went and asked, like, hey guys, we're just curious, like we might get speed passes. This is early in the day. Should we get them? How much should they be? And they were like, they're between $75 and $90 a pop for one day. The fucking speed pass. My mind exploded into 1,000 pieces when I heard that. It was fucking insanity. So obviously we didn't fucking do it. But so I'm in line. These fucking speed pass fat cats are just waltzing right by, and I'm like, you know what? Capitalism, it had a good run. It's time to end. We need equal opportunity for equal people. This is fucked up to the core that they're just waltzing by. But as we're getting,
did you seize the means?
We you know, I tried. I initiated my plan to start writing my manifesto right then and there. to be published probably
Another
tomorrow.
failed revolution.
Okay, but as we were getting there, now I notice. So we're like on the stairs, or just me. Michelle was waiting for me the whole time. As I'm climbing the stairs, I see that actually I'm getting to a point where the speed pass people are actually only being allowed like 4 or 5 at a time. And actually the main line is actually going faster, even though there's a lot less speed people. Like, sure, the speed people get on faster overall, but they still have to wait until their line clears before they're allowed to go. And the general admission people like me, we're getting on, like, there's like, 20 of us getting on per ride, and it's making pretty good time. So, like I said, it was 9:57. The clock is ticking. We're going, but we're actually getting a pretty close, we're getting pretty close to being in line. It's like 9:58, 9:59, and then finally, that humble child, that school child on summer break, getting his summer job, he looks at me with the patience of Buddha himself and gives me the slow nod and ushers me into the golden realm of this ride. So I'm stepping like a fucking pimp onto my row 10, I believe it was, a fucking Diamondback. I'm next to some guy I don't know. We sit down, we're chattering, we're bantering. And as we're getting, it is pitch black. It is 10 p.m. There were a couple that went after us, but this is among the very last rides that go on Diamondback. But that's not all. Because at 10 p.m. every night at Kings Island, a fireworks show begins.
Oh my
God.
And
right as we are sitting in the seats about to go, it is fucking stroke of 10, the fireworks begin to go off in the distance.
Oh
and
we're
in awe. We're like, this is I cannot believe the timing on this.
You're talking about the fucking gold saucer,
that's exactly it. I had Tifa next to me. She was sucking my dick. I was squeezing those titties. It was an incredible experience. And so as we're climbing up this terrifying mountain that I'm experiencing utter panic at the prospect of going down, but I have the Virgin Mary's words in my mind keeping me calm and at peace as literally the fireworks are going off directly above our heads, like a little bit to the left, past the fucking Eiffel Tower that's at Kings Island. We're filled with the spirit of America, and as we go over the peak towards the plummeting distance down below, I'm filled with the courage, and so I sing out. I know that it was due to only because capitalism. I didn't get a gold pass. It was the system works perfectly. It's operating as intended. I'm experiencing the fireworks. I'm experiencing the love of my people and my country. We were the most diverse group of people on the planet. We were all brothers in this enterprise. We go over the peak, and I literally, in real life, break out looking at the fucking fireworks, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. The crowd, everyone on the ride is cheering with me. They join in the song. This happens in real life. No. We're all singing the national fucking anthem.
Hell
we go
yeah.
crashing
no
down.
No fucking way.
We go over the first hill. We're singing our fucking hearts out. We're saluting the flag. Over the second hill. Okay, the thing about it's 10 p.m. There's no lights. We are in pure darkness. We're going down over the second hill. But we feel the spirit of George Washington filling our hearts as we're going down. It's darkness, but the fireworks the bombs bursting in air are illuminating the ground below, and we feel safe, and it fills us with the courage to handle it. And we're riding it out. We're going down, and we keep singing the song. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? 80 miles an hour. Tears streaming from my eyes from the wind, or the land of the free and the home of the brave. We come to a stop. We ease into the final resting place, and I just shout to myself, "This one's for you, George Washington!" And they burst into applause. The guy next to me, Dennis or Derek, whoever he was, he's my new best friend. He turns to me and he says, "That was the most patriotic thing I've experienced as long as I can remember." A child in front of me turns around and says to me, quote, "Nice singing." It was the most heroic experience I've ever had. We're cruising in. I'm getting off. I see Michelle waving to me, having experienced. She was thinking to herself, "Oh, I wonder if Nate's on that last one. I hope he makes it." I was in heaven with George Washington, with America. We saluted the flag. We joined in brotherhood. I've never felt more at one with my people of America as I did that day. Thank you, capitalism. Thank you, George Washington, and thank you, America. God bless us, everyone. And scene.